Broadsword. Sell the staff. Sell these short swords. Yeah, I unlocked Boar Spear off screen and decided to equip a lot of that, and it's really not that much less powerful than the Broadsword, so we're gonna stick with the Boar Spears for now. Thank you anyways, game. Let's get us a warp wire, and hey there everyone, this is Electric. Welcome back to my playthrough of Etrian Odyssey. Today we are going to continue exploration of the 6th floor, hopefully. I have done some slight adjustments, as you may imagine. So, I'm going to go over those real quick. First of all, there's 2 new people in my rotary thing. Well, by rotary, I mean they're taking place of. Share is taking place of Gandra. Media is taking place of Linda for now. Essentially, I decided why waste. I could burn time later grinding people who have rested up, or I can just grind new characters up, and I decided grinding new characters up would be slightly faster, and it was. So, here's where we're at. Share level 12, has all slash at level 1, not much else. And Media has been working on Cure 2 and is starting her way to Salve 2. And essentially what's different here is that we don't have Cure 3 or Revive now, like we would if we had gone that way. But instead we're making our way towards Salve 2 to get that started. Make this a more dedicated preemptive healer, hopefully. And addition, I have money, imagine that, so we're just going to buy a few nectars in a proper place of our revive skill, but nectars aren't that great, but they're kind of expensive, but I really like them. They're good. I love them. So let's go over to the forest entrance and start exploration of this floor, shall we? Last time we had tackled the Moa, and in general not died. So, we're going to explore more of the west side of the day today. It's mostly gather point stuff, and the Moas respawn because I took a little bit of time to get Boar Spears and stuff. But not that that matters. And this should be an event, my good friend. I've had to butcher a few things, and let's just say that, and few things have been technical difficulties but I'm not going to involve you guys too much. I did as much as I could to make that not as much of an issue. So let's go through here and illustrate the almighty power of nothing, because we're getting blindsided. Wonderful. Let us have an attack, a Mirage, a attack, and a Bravery, and a Salve. Now here's one thing that's a little bit about the game that may or may not be known, is that level difference does matter. Like, seriously, it matters like a lot, and it's kind of absurd, so I think I'm just going to show you guys exactly what the effects of higher levels means in I wanted to show you in a text document. Maybe I should just read off the text document as I'm doing this. I should open it somehow first, of course, but let's get these level ups going. Cher is getting higher levels of all slash. Eric's getting nothing. Rin is getting nothing. Flora is getting higher levels to songs. Get started on that soon. And we need higher levels in Salve 2. There we go. We're going to be leveling up Salve 2 like a madman. Probably actually just going to keep that 1 level in it, because we don't really need Salve 2 just yet. Just having 1 level in it should be enough for now to heal everyone to max. And we'll level that up as we need it. So we're just going to go back to concentrating on refresh like we were previously. So that should solve a few problems. That R could work on healer and just in general heal more anyway. Both of which are solid options. Let's go with west. Down here should be a mine point, no, not a mine point, it's gonna be a take point. If I remember correctly, just follow down this long hallway. Has a semi-high encounter rate, not that big of a deal. Ran into spiders, meet the spider. Spider has moderate amount of health, not too big of a threat. Bravery plus Mirage and one-shot one, and we're just gonna use all slash to help deal with this crowd control wise. So let's get that defender, Mirage, all slash, Bravery, and a attack. See how that goes. Guessing Defender was a little slow on the draw and is now kind of has its purpose mitigated. Was better off attacking with her instead. And that's level 1 all slash for you. It's not going to do enough to kill spiders. Spiders have about 80 HP. But then again, it's low leveled, so I'm kind of expecting all slash to not be super great just yet. That and she's level 12 instead of like everyone else is level 17 and 18. So, and 19, 8, 17, 18, 18 and 19. Got some sticky web though, that's nice. This is not my salve provider. That and my healer has less TP, and just a little bit, but enough to be noticeable. Oh hey, how does that work? And this is a take point. Yes, I was right. And essentially, this entire west side is nothing but dead ends. But that's my job, is to help you take you through these dead ends and show you what's at the end of them. Because at least in this stratum, most of the dead ends seem to have a purpose. Can't say that of the first stratum. But let's go over here and go down another long hallway. This is what the game's instead all about, these long hallways. I believe there was like an episode, 3, where it's just like, yep, and here's long hallway number 1 and long hallway number 2. Meet the Sloth. Sloth has a lot of, 200 HP, moderately high strength, usually goes last. We're going to spam attacks and see if that discourages him. Mirage does a brute force of his health and made him refused. We didn't really need to use all slash, that was a waste. But, that's okay. That's okay. Didn't give us any bent claws or anything, that's not very fortunate, but we will strive on and move on regardless, so. If you, oh yes, and boar spears. You can unlock boar spears by getting 3, I forget how many thorns. You need, like, a bunch of thorns from the, claw flies, I think maybe 5 or 4. And you need, to not run into this set, you need a big fang, the fang from the Cayutha FOE, and that does it typically. I'm got a primitive. I'm going to Defender or Bravery. That's not Bravery, that's Mirage. Mirage all slash Bravery this up and attack. This should do us nicely. Confuse the Sloth again, not like it matters, and do a little bit of splash damage there. Not really worried about the Sloth. Have fast characters attack this Wasp first. You attack that, because you're, well, actually, we'll have, you attack this, and you attack this, and you attack this. That should do us good. Hoping that the Wasp were a little slower, but they're not. They're a little fast. I think that's to be expected of Wasp. Nobody attacked the Sloth this turn. So he just gets a pound on Rin, who has the defenses to just ward him off. If that had hit Shara, that might have been a completely different story. Getting a nice amount of EXP now that we're here. Let's get another salve. Yeah, we're almost out of commission already, but I think that's an expected thing with this stratum. It's a little cruel. And I'm running with a few level 12s instead of level 18, so we're not getting optimal performance. Stop. I pressed right, so I go down. This set again. I'm going to do the same thing, except without the Defender, and we're going to kill the Sloth in the first turn. Got a few level ups on Ren and Eric. And a bent claw from the Sloth, how nice. Let's get these level ups attended to. That's not the person who leveled up. It's going to be a little confusing for me having the Lance Neck on the right instead of on the left now, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'll get used to it. And let us get attack up to 4. Alright. Almost have that lovely access to bait, which will be our best friend for the rest of this LP, essentially. So, let's go here, mine, and now we have all 3 basic item points available to us. There's a few other points on this floor with, I think, Chop and Mine again or something. Like, there's another item point over here in A1, and there's another item point down here and somewhere, and, you know. We're going to get to them as we get to them, but essentially we can fill in the rest of this space quite easily. Like, if I had to simplify it a little bit for you, that's kind of what it would look like. So, let's get a warp wire out of here, sell the small amount of items that we've gotten from this trip, and go again. So, here we go. Stinger, nothing. Sticky web, nothing. Bent claw, nothing. Oh, nail web. And that didn't do anything else for us so far. Let's get it, warp wire. Rest at the end. This is a little bit expensive. I think I'll show you guys the survivalist team instead. maybe let's save the game after this is done and grab Survivalist Team and start gathering a little bit of items, see how that goes. It should go decently well. It's not that hard to gather items, but bring warp wires. It's essentially bring warp wires at this point, because walking back, not an option. Let's grab the Survivalist Team. There should be a level 19, consisting of U5, and then we go over to the forest entrance, and Geomagnetic Field our way out of here. Going to use Stalker. Now, this is what, level 5? It's not going to be great, the fight reduction, but it should be enough to at least reach this chop point, so I can get a few free things. And then we can just warp wire out. It's probably actually going to get us to at least one fight, because encounter rate, but it's going to be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Just jab that escape. See? Totally fine. Guy lived to 3 HP. We're not going to die at all. So, let's go through here. In this game, there isn't any symbol on the HUD that tells you what exactly your stalker turns are. You have to press Y to figure that stuff out. So, be wary. Light wood. There's a few things here. Nothing, of course. I would like to get the star seeds, and there we go. We need 5 of those, and the mugwort's something you've already seen. 3 star seeds, 4 star seeds. 1 more star seed, please. 1 more star seed, please. 1 more star seed. Yes, okay, that should be all the star seeds we need for that quest. We also need 5 star seeds for like a charm or something, but, you know, the game's actually being really nice and giving me a ton of star seeds. I don't know what's coming over it. And we still have chops in us. Okay, good, good, good. So the chops you were using on your first survivalist team should work here as well, but the chances of escaping with level 1 teams, not that high. But the chop point is nearby, so you can use the same chop team you used to do the other things. Let's get this light wood out of here. We're gonna get light wood from monsters later, but for now it can just give us a free bow. Is this bow worth anything? It is, but we'll train that up later. Let's go over to the pub and get this starseed thing out of the way. Hello. Goodbye. Curiosity, yes, they will make dreams a reality. No, they don't. I know perfectly well, it's just a silly... Yep. Here we are. Thank you. Nothing else? Good. Let's rest this team up, grab another warp wire, and set out again. The last destination of the day is the northwest portion of the floor. More item points, more dead ends, more such. And of course this faux room, because there's foes in it. Let's see, you're gonna come into this room always the same way, always the same time. Back up, go forward. Forward, follow this FOE, you should be safe. Because I don't think, well, the paths interlap, but they don't interlap in ways that they have problems. And if you want, you can do a little bit of dancing around here to be able to track these FOE's progress at all times. Not going to do that just now, probably going to do it off screen if anything. But regardless, let's go over here and explore this side of the labyrinth, shall we? I say this side of the labyrinth as though we're exploring the entire labyrinth when we're just exploring a small floor of the labyrinth. I'd like this little subsection of the labyrinth, please. This is what I'm going to explore today. Let's figure this out, man. All slash mirage. No defender necessary. Attack that. Attack that. Bravery. It appears that actually people are in the right place. Ooh, this poison does like 40-ish damage, I think, per hit. It's no fun. Okay, that's one thing dead. Really would have preferred tornado there. But, I'm not going to be picky now. Now we need to kill this thing before it kills someone else. There we go. Simple enough. More experience and more webs. I think the party is doing okay now. Could be better if all slash was stronger and so on and so forth, but we're not going to sweat that too much. So let's... Am I mapping this wrong? I'm mapping this wrong. Hello, Mr. Mapping It Wrong. My name is not Mapping It Wrong. Let's go on a dance or something. I don't know. Let's go north. If we go this way, we're just going to be greeted by a Moa. Let's get greeted by the Moa. We're not going to fight the Moa, because that's suicide. There he is. He's around the bend, he's 2 spaces away, does this, and he spawns there. There's nothing there. Don't worry about him. He gets free experience if you want him in that form or fashion, but otherwise just kind of ignore him. Otherwise, just see this set 1,000 times, even though you're farther away from the stairs than anywhere else. I love how when I unlock a bow, I don't realize that I can actually use the bow. It seems to be a bad habit of mine, because I'm used to not using Survivalist. So... And again, I used a Troubadour in my regular EO1 playthrough. Why didn't you remember to buy bow now? I don't know, I just not used to bowed characters or something. Like, I never got an Arbalist. Well, I didn't get an Arbalist for a long time in EO3. I barely used a Survivalist in EO2. That's my excuse. Bad excuse, I know. Shut up. It's my excuse. And that's it for the west side. Yep. Pretty simple. There's another take point here. I believe this one has even more star seeds for you to grab. But, of course, it takes longer to get here. Well, not that much longer. They're not the same distance by any means, though. All slash Mirage. Do I want to kill the sleep gel? Or the... whatever. Kill the sleep gel. Attack, bravery. Use salve, just to make me feel safer, and then use bravery, because these wasp roars are fast, so I'm gonna take damage from them. I may as well heal it off immediately. Well, that at least crippled the wasp roars. I really want it to be a little bit stronger, but I'm just gonna have to wait until she levels up to level up Pulse Slash to make it stronger. That's just kind of how skills work, man. And experience. Our level 13s have become level 14s. Now they just keep becoming more and more useful as you level them up. It's gonna cost a little bit more. The 50% 3-hit attack. Yep, I'll take it. And anything else? Anyone else want anything? Yes, you do. We can either get restarted on refresh or ignore refresh completely, as we have Therica Bees, I think. Do we have Therica Bees? I think we unlocked Therica Bees. So instead of worrying about refresh, let's just worry about bringing Therica Bees in the future. Let's get either healer to higher levels to heal more, or more salve to, or start immunized, or, the amount of options is absurd. I could also start working towards TP regen. There's a lot of choices here. I know, it's confusing. Hang on a second, I had notes. I didn't have notes. I have notes for L, but I don't have notes for M. Let's go with Salve 2 to higher levels. Not really necessary at this point. Like, as long as Salve 2 heals everyone completely, it's not a big deal. We could start working towards... I think I should just start Immunize, and, as much as it sucks to hear me say, let's start Immunize, we're not going to use Immunize. Remember, the challenge is to see how far I can go without using Immunize, even though I might not necessarily not have it. So, you could start Immunize. It's 10 levels you have to pour into Immunize to make it effective. Well, I say to make it effective. It's effective at level 1, too. Let's get started on that. We're just going to level up Immunize, but we're going to see just how long we can go without using it. And by that, I mean using it on screen. And trust me, I won't use it that much off screen, if I can help it. More experience. Good. We kind of need this experience. Like, this dancing is beneficial. We're not doing it for no reason. I mean, we're doing it to uncover the FOE positions, and we're doing it to get to more fights. Win-win. Let's go down here. And that should do it, I think. He might disappear. Like, in this game, map data, I think, has changed a little bit. Yes, map data has changed a little bit. In this game, when you save map data, it does not save FOE tracing at all. So, keep that in mind. One time, like 2 weeks ago, or 1.5 weeks ago, I was trying to do an initial recording of this floor, and I failed by dying to a cutter here. So, yeah, I died and I saved the map data, but apparently it does not save FOE tracing, so that's a little bit of an issue. I'm used to the game saving the FOE tracing as well to be helpful, but in this game it doesn't, apparently. Let's warp right out of here, because I think we are done dancing for the day. But hey there, everyone. This has been Life. As always, I thank you for watching. Keep on dancing. Have a good day.